right. Welcome back. We're going to pick some NFL football games this week. We're back. Clap. Go ahead, Richie. Clap.
I'm clapping.
We're back. Maron, can I get a we're back? Can I get a Sam Ellinger? We're back.
We're back.
All righty. All right. So if you can't tell, I'm joined as always by firstly Richie Bentz down there in the corner. I think he's been on just about every episode of this show. Ryan Smith is back, noted Eagles fan. Yeah, how you feeling after that loss last week to the Cowboys?
Not worried. It was a fluke game. Too many turnovers. Not going to happen again.
All righty. That's our quick check-in on the Eagles with Ryan Smith. And for the first time joining us, Lebanon Valley University running back.
Former.
Retired. Yeah, I was going to say retired.
Yeah,
when is the jersey retirement?
They haven't sent me the email yet. Probably for homecoming next year.
So what about I had your accolade in my head. I forget what it was. What did you make some MAC team or something?
Yeah, I made the second team all conference this year.
Second team all MAC conference. Ian Merhan is joining the show. This has been a long awaited debut. People close to me will remember that Ian was actually supposed to be on the first show we ever did. We had some discussions back and forth, maybe about a half hour before the show, that maybe we shouldn't do this right now. With Ian still playing football, but if the league comes calling, if Roger comes calling, we'll figure it out. We'll figure out what we got to do. But we're back, and we're gonna dive right into some NFL football games. No hesitation at all. Where do we want to start? Obviously, we at the time of recording, the Cowboys are taking on the Titans tonight. So we won't. We'll go right to Sunday. We'll start with Sunday. We'll start. Where's this game at? Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay. Did they win the Super Bowl? No, they didn't. That was 2 years ago. Tom Brady, the greatest of all time, not having a great season. Carolina Panthers, hot Carolina Panthers right now. Steve Wilkes' Carolina Panthers. They're coming to Tampa. The Panthers are actually 3-point dogs. The money line for them would be plus 148. The over-under is 40.5. Richie Bentz, kick us off, my guy.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have much in this game just because both teams are kind of like just fighting for that number one spot. But I'm going to go with the quarterback here. Who's the better quarterback? Tom Brady, in my eyes. I mean, Sam Darnold hasn't even been in there like the whole entire season. And they're at home. So, yeah, give me the home team here, -3.
Fair point. What about you, Smitty? What do you got?
Yeah, I'm gonna lean on Tampa Bay just because they kind of need to stay ahead so they could get in the first spot there. And if you're gonna count on somebody to get that done, it's gonna be Tom Brady. So
that's a fair point. Go ahead, Merhan. We're gonna hold you accountable for a lot of this. This is your first comment on the show about a professional sports team. So go ahead, take us away.
Fine. So I'm going to continue with it. I'm going to go with the Bucks. Tom Brady always finds a way. It's Tom Brady. The Panthers stink. I think it's simple as that. The Bucks they're going to win the division. They're going to find themselves in the playoffs. You know how Brady is.
Don't want to see Brady in the playoffs.
Yeah, no, I do because I think that Bucks team is fraudulent. Tom Brady can't hang with that Eagles defense, but we'll talk about that another time.
I was going to say another noted Eagles fan on the show. That makes it like our third or fourth now. So Philly dominated show. Can't be dominated by those losers in New York.
Yeah.
So personally, I hate when I hate to just kick off the show. Everybody just all on Tom's meat. So I'll take the Panthers. Nobody wants to take the Panthers. I will take them. I'm taking a money line because 3 points does nothing for me in that game. Plus 148 Panthers. The next game, we have Cleveland traveling to Washington, D.C., this country's capital, if you didn't know. That would be the Browns at the Commanders. The Browns are 1.5-point dogs. Plus 110 on the money line. The over-under for this game is 40.5, just like the last. Personally, the Browns don't score points. I think Carson Wentz is starting. Give me the under 40.5. Go ahead, Smitty. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm gonna take Washington with the -2. I think they can get it done. I think they have a better overall team than Cleveland does. And Cleveland hasn't really showed anything like that they can contend, but Washington has, moments.
Fair. That's a fair assessment.
I mean,
What,
Washington with the minus points.
fair. Well, what do you got, Richie?
Yeah, you're just a Carson Wentz hater. You just took the under because you think he's not going to score here. But
Yeah,
I like Washington here.
I did.
-2. I like Washington -2 here just because I think Carson Wentz is not a bad quarterback, and they're also at home, and the Browns suck.
I didn't say they weren't going to win. I just said I don't think there's going to be 40 points scored and 41 points scored in the game. Go ahead, Ian. What do you got in this game?
When I looked at it earlier, I got the Browns +1.5. I think Watson's gonna kind of give the Browns a lot of hope. They're paying him the big bucks. I think he's gonna end the season on a high note, and kind of give those Cleveland fans a little hope with what they were looking for there. I'm not a believer in Carson Wentz anymore. I can't be. Used to be, not anymore. Leave it at that. I like the Browns. I think Amari Cooper goes for at least 100. I'm a big Amari Cooper guy. So yeah, I'll go with that.
Fair assessments all around. Next 1:00 game we have is the New Orleans Saints traveling to Philadelphia. We will let Richie Bentz, the only non-Eagles fan in the forum, start this game. The Saints are 6.5-point dogs, +245 on the money line. The over/under is 42.5.
Saints are still in the playoff race, right?
Yeah, that division stinks. I think every team in that division is.
They're only down by one game, so this is like a pretty much a must win from them. So I think, yeah, I'm taking the points here. Give me the points here, +6.5 against Philly. I know they're at home. They're always gonna play good at home, but yeah, give me the Saints. Or a close battle. It's gonna be a low scoring game. Saints probably like 2017 here or something like that.
So I'm sure Smitty is ready to take Eagles minus like 17. So go ahead and rebuttal that.
I'm taking the Eagles with the minus points, obviously. As Richie said, maybe for the Saints it's like a must win, but we're kind of really need this to lock in the first seed here. Instead of waiting around for other teams to lose so that we get that, why not just go out there and win it? I believe it's looking like Hurts is gonna play. That's what I've been seeing, and I think he's going to come out there, light it up a little bit, remind everybody who he is, and then that's going to be it. Close it out.
Anything to add to that, Ian?
Yeah, I mean, I'm on the same page as Smitty. But at the same time, I like Richie kind of thinking it's a close game. I like that as well. I think the Eagles win. I think it's a close game. You're going to hear, the Eagles, almost lost to the Saints, this, that, and everything else. Doesn't matter. We're the 1 seed. We're the best team in the NFC. Simple as that.
Fair, very fair. I don't know how to pile on that, but one thing I will add. Well, first of all, give me the over. Points score fest. Yeah. 42.5. No sweat at all. Give me the over. Anyway, the history of Eagles Saints. My brother happens to be a Saints fan, so I haven't been on the better end of the Eagles Saints history in the last 10 years until recently. The last 3 times the Eagles have played the Saints, I literally think it's from the game that the Saints knocked us out of the playoffs in 2019, 20, whatever that year. But maybe before that. No, that was Seahawks. That was before that. Anyway, since that game on, I think the Eagles have blown out the Saints in pretty much every game they've played since. I think the narrative will be that the Eagles are in trouble health-wise. But I think that the same could be said about the Saints. So I think there will be a lot of points scored in this game. I think it's going to be a blowout on Philadelphia's side, but it could be the Eagles could very easily score 42 points themselves in this game, and the Saints could
absolutely
score 3 touchdowns, and it could be a fest, but it can still be a blowout at the same time. That's all I'm saying on it. So let's move along here. The next game we have Arizona at Atlanta. 2 hot teams. Hot. as in their climate, not their play, because they both stink. The Cardinals are 3-point dogs at plus 148 on the money line. Over under is 42.5 again. Give me the under because, like I said, these teams stink. The Cardinals, who even knows who they're going to trot out there at quarterback? I thought McSorley looked good for a third-string quarterback. I thought he looked really freaking good. Granted, he's played before in the league with the Ravens. And the Falcons, the Desmond Riddler, he looks lost. Could be good, but I think he got kind of thrown into a bad situation at a bad time. So, poopy game, poopy pick, under 42.5. Nobody likes the under, so whatever. Is what it is. What do you like, Marhan?
This is actually, I picked 2 games to stay away from. This was one of them. Just because they're like you said, they're not good teams. You don't know what to expect. Quarterback wise with the Cardinals, I guess it's up in the air yet what they're gonna do. As far as Desmond Ritter goes, is he that guy? Can he win a game? Is this gonna be a 10-7 game snooze fest? A 13-10 game? It's just I don't know. But if you're gonna give me one, I think talent-wise, you have to go with the Cardinals.
Fair enough. Before I throw it over to the other side here, Marhan, before you joined the show, there was a notorious moment on the show where I was being scrutinized a little bit for leaving some games out because they may have or may not have been between 2 stinker teams. And I would just like the record to reflect that I'm going to pick as many games as time allows us. And it's going to hurt your records, just so you know. Just remember that. It's going to hurt your records. Now, go ahead, Smitty. Tell me what you think about the Cardinals and Falcons.
I'm right alongside you. Give me the under. Both teams, terrible. Fucking just absolutely stinky. I mean, there's nothing more you could say. There's no way. Bad coaching on both sides, I think. Like, there's no way they're putting points up. No one's drawn up a scheme to get points on the board.
Yeah, and lastly, before I throw it to Richie here, the last thing I will interject on this game is shout out to Nathaniel Hackett for getting fired because it ruined my bet. I thought I picked Kingsbury as the first coach to get fired this year. But go ahead, Richie. Well, Matt Rule, I guess, technically, but that doesn't count. You got to make it to at least week 10.
Yeah,
go ahead, Richie.
I'm also on the under here. These teams are stinky, let me tell you, like very stinky. So, yeah, give me the under 42.
That's very fair. I like it. We just keep it short and sweet. These teams stink. On to another stinky team. One half of this equation smells pretty bad. The other half, they're looking pretty good. We have an NFC North rivalry game. The Chicago Bears traveling to Detroit to take on the Lions. The Bears are plus 6.5 dogs, plus 220 on the money line for Chicago. The over-under is 52.5. 52.5. Who would have ever thought about 52 points in a Chicago Bear Detroit Lion game like 2 years ago? Nobody ever. I'll give you my opinion right away, right off the bat. Yeah, I'm torn on this game. If Justin Fields is playing, I gotta have a split pick here. Split pick. If Justin Fields starts the game, I want my pick to be Bears 6.5. If he doesn't, I want it to be under 52. See what I'm doing there? Give me them both. I don't care because one of them's going to win. One of them's going to win. Go ahead, Richie. What do you think?
Yeah, I think Detroit here -6 is actually my play. I think this team at home they've been picking it up, and they're gonna keep it going. I like their coaching staff there, and they've been fighting. They're a fighting team.
They are the grittiest team in the NFL. Actually, that's Dan Campbell's Motor City Lions. I've been hearing a lot on the McAfee show. They've been saying a lot of it ain't the same old Lions no more. These are new Lions. What do you think, Smitty? Are they the new Lions to you?
I mean, yeah, they're playing good. I'll take the Lions with the minus points if Justin Fields doesn't play. Justin Fields plays, give me the Bears with the points. That's kind of, my split bet. I think he could make the difference of the 6 points there. But
well, if they trot Nathan Peterman out there, the most notorious
yeah
for being the worst. he's only known for being a bad quarterback. Like not like I don't know how else to describe it. When he went into that playoff game for Buffalo a couple years ago, they trot him out there. I think it was against the Jaguars. I looked over, old buddy on the left. I'll leave his name out, but the only Bills fan we all know. Look at him. I point at the screen. I said, pick, next play. Jalen Ramsey interception. They trot him back out there for another drive. Pick, another interception. Guy just stinks. We'll just leave it at that. Go ahead, Ian. Go ahead.
I really don't think it's gonna be that close. I'm gonna take the under in points, but I'm gonna go with the Lions. I think if Fields starts, if Fields doesn't start, Fields isn't gonna win the game himself. Like you said, it's the new Lions. Like they have grit. They're not gonna let a team like the Lions, do anything like that. Or like the Lions have a great offensive line. I think Jared Goff is very underrated. He's doing the job. I'd compare him to Jimmy Garoppolo, to be quite honest.
Let me ask you this, Ian, because I've had some conversations this week with some people about the Lions, and my consensus I've come to is that Sean McVay just babied Jared Goff because
he didn't let him play.
The talent has always been there, but he had such restraints on him. The stories have come out where McVay will be literally breaking down the defense from the play before, all up until 15 seconds when the earpiece cuts out in the helmet. And how do you just overwhelm a guy when you're doing that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially on a stage like the Super Bowl. I actually, even though the Rams won with Matthew Stafford in that trade, Detroit has easily won that bet long term. And we'll see.
Sure.
I mean, obviously they got Jameson Williams with that pick last year. We'll see what they do next year with the Rams pick when it's going to be up there.
I think that offense is definitely underrated. I mean,
very.
They have a corral in the backfield. Pony Express 2.0. Might get some hate for saying that. Their receivers, Amon-Ra is one of the best receivers in the league this year statistically. Like you said, Jameson next year.
They've had other guys step up too. I
wish they didn't move TJ Hawkinson. That'd be a really big piece to still have.
Yeah. Well, honestly, they're tied. Here's the thing. Here's the crazy thing. Their tight end production has gone up since Hawkinson left.
Really?
Crazy to say, but it has. And I think Hawkinson's very good. So we won't get into that. We won't dive down that rabbit hole. But anyway, next, our last 1:00 game, we have the Indianapolis terrible Colts versus the New York Giants. You know what, Richie? You can wait till last. The Colts are 5.5-point dogs, plus 198 in the money line. Over under is 38.5. Is this even a question? Is this really even a question? Over 38.5. That's my pick. I have all the faith in the world in big dick Nick Foles. If their offensive line decided to block maybe at any point in this season, they may contend to win a game. They had Zach Moss out there, who couldn't start on, I don't think, any other team in the NFL, running hard. Just no help for the poor guy. Running his ass off, no help for the poor guy. And what's that have to say about their quarterback situation? I mean, Matt Ryan, he stunk this year, but come on, the guy's been sacked 20 times. He didn't sign up for that shit. I mean, granted, they're paying him $60 million, but, he didn't sign up for that shit. So, it is what it is. I like the over 38.5. What do you have, Smitty?
I'm gonna take the Giants here with the minus points because I don't think the Colts are a good team. They're having internal issues, obviously the quarterback situation, the bench Matt Ryan, bring out Nick Foles. What did he do? Last game threw 3 interceptions. That's tough to go out there and want to play again. You're getting sacked, throwing interceptions all over the place. And the Giants need this win to lock in the wild card spot, I believe. So give me the Giants. They're gonna go out there, and I honestly do think it's going to be one-sided.
Fair assessment. How about you, Richie? What do you like?
Giants by 30. That's it.
Okay, go ahead, Ian. Whatever.
Earlier, I don't know what it was. I think I was being a little more biased here, but I was going to pick this one as one of my games to stay away from. But I think Giants minus 5.5. If they lose to the Colts, then there really has to be some at the table. How do you lose to this stinky team? I think the Colts are worse than the Cardinals. They might be the worst team in the league. I think this is a big game for the Giants to kind of prove to everyone that they still got it. Yeah, leave it at that. Take a -5.5.
All
All
right.
right, I'm putting the house on that.
Putting the house on it. Put the deed on it, Mom. Go ahead.
Put it
Sign
on.
it.
Going
Sign the
together.
dotted line. Ian Maron told me to. All right. All right. Well, that was a good mix of games. What we're gonna do here, we're gonna take a little break. We'll be back with some more NFL picks. All right, welcome back. We're gonna finish out our games here for the NFL week. We got some rapid fire picks. We got our best bets, and we have money bag picks for you here. Money bag picks at the end. So make sure to stick around and watch the full thing. Let's jump right back into it. 4:30 game. The first one of our rapid fire here. Well, I'll start. Vikings at Packers. Vikings are +3.5. Or +3 point favorites, or dogs, actually. Wow, that is crazy. Timeout. How is this a thing?
+3.
Green Bay's at home. They need this win to make the playoffs.
For the
Yeah.
Vikings? All right, anyway,
It's a
that's
must win for Packers. Must win.
I know, but that's still crazy. I mean, anyway. Vikings +3. They underdog in the game. They are +156 on the money line. The over/under is 48.5. I have the Packers money line -186. I just like we just kind of said here, it's a must win. I think they try to go ball. I think they did a lot of good things last week, and that's what I got on it. Smitty, what do you like?
Give me the Packers, but I'm going to take the points because the Vikings always make the games kind of close, except for when they play Dallas. But we'll neglect that one. But yeah, give me the Packers with the points.
They're minus points.
Or minus points, yeah.
Yep. All right. I just making sure, because I'm a little befuddled by that. Richie, what do you got?
Monday under here. Points -3.5. Packers are saying it's going to be a pretty close game. It's kind of weird. The spread's weird,
It is.
but I think
Under?
I think it's going to be under here. I think 48 is too high in this game. The Packers are gonna win. They have to, play good defense and keep it low scoring and tight.
And round us off on that game, Ian.
Also going to go Packers here -3. I think it's a good game. I think it's a close game. I think Justin Jefferson goes for 130. Jair Alexander stinks. But I think the Pack takes care of business.
Fair enough. All right. Another 4:30 game. Rams at Chargers. How about them Rams? Out of nowhere. Shout out Baker Mayfield, not even wearing like a blood. I know, Ian, I won't rain on the parade here. Ian, Baker hater. But Baker, let me shout him out. No armband on, no plays out there on the sleeve. He's just winging it, man.
Raw dogging it.
Yeah, the Rams are 6.5 point dogs at the Chargers. The Chargers are -275 in the money line favorites, and the over/under is 42.5. I like the over in this game. I think obviously Chargers can score pretty often. I think the Rams are really all in offense at this point, as crazy as that sounds, with Aaron Donald and Jalen Ramsey on the other side. But yeah, give me the over. Let's score some points. Go ahead, Ian.
I'm gonna go. I like the Rams +6.5. I do like that. I don't like Baker, but I do like that. I'll leave it at that. No more talking.
Respect. Richie, what do you got?
I'm on the Chargers here. They're at home. Rams, they win, they win, they lose, they win. You know what I mean? They're up in the air. This Chargers team they're catching themselves. They're a good team.
What points are you laying here?
-6.5.
6.5. All right.
Yeah.
That's a big number. Ryan, take us home on it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Rams and the points here because I like Baker Mayfield. I think he has talent. I need him to prove it though.
Fair enough. That's a philosophical way to end that game. Let's move on. An AFC rivalry, one of the oldest AFC rivalries. Steelers at Ravens. Steelers are plus 2.5 point dogs, plus 120 on the money line. The over under is 35.5. Low over under. I'm gonna take the Steelers and the points here, 2.5. I'm a big Kenny Pickett guy. I think Kenny Pickett has a lot of talent. I think Mike Tomlin is slowly unraveling that, no matter how much their offensive coaching staff tries to hide it. But I think we just saw it, him to Pickens in a must-win situation, and they dialed it up. I think that's all you need to know. Ravens are pretty beat up, so let's switch it around here a little bit. Go ahead, Richie.
Yeah, this game's a toss-up for me. I had the Ravens winning. Like, I have a couple futures on the Ravens, so I kind of need them to win this week, and then I need Cincy to lose to the Bills, which I think is going to happen. And then Baltimore has Cincy next week. So, I mean, I'm just kind of being biased here. I'm taking Baltimore, minus the 2.5, pretty much money line. So,
Fair enough.
Baltimore, minus
Fair
2.5.
enough. Go ahead, Ryan. What do you have?
I'm with Pittsburgh and the points here. I think the Ravens revolve around Lamar Jackson, and when he's not there, they don't play good. So, give me Pittsburgh.
Fair. And Ian, take us home.
Yeah, I'm going with Pittsburgh here. I just have no faith in Baltimore without Lamar, with fucking Joe Schmo lining up at wide receiver.
Yeah, that's D-Jacks, baby.
Oh, my bad. 39. Jackson. They may as well get on the horn with T.O. too. I mean, back to
he's trying to come back.
Yeah, he's probably better than a lot of receivers. He's 49.
10th year in a row, he's trying to come back, man. I gotta respect it.
But yeah, gonna go with the Steelers. I'm a pick a believer. I like him a lot. From Pitt, so it's easy to cheer for someone from PA. That went to school in PA, but I'm gonna go with Pittsburgh.
Fair enough. And our Monday night game. Nobody's picking the Monday night game for best bet this week. No, right? Before I give it away? All right. It's a good game. Buffalo at Cincinnati.
Excited for this one.
Cincinnati at home. 1.5 point dogs. Minus 102 on the money line for Cincinnati. Minus 116 for Buffalo. Over unders 49.5. This is a tough game for me. I think everybody would just kind of want to give a goof pick here and go over, but I don't know. I think these are also two good defenses. So let's cool the brakes on the scoring fest a little bit. But gun to my head. Give me Joe Burrow. I love Josh Allen.
Say the same thing.
I love Josh Allen. I love the Bills. I think the Bills have one flaw, and I think they've been a lot better at it in the last 2 weeks, and that's running the football. And I think if the Bills come out and commit to the run early, they may win. But right now, I'm going to go with Joe Shiesty, minus 102 on the money line.
Mm-hmm.
Who wants it? Come on. Who wants next? Who got Joe? Who got Burrow?
I want next.
Go ahead.
I'm with you. I'm going Joe Cool here.
Whoa.
I think I don't know. I've been saying just messing around with our buddy that the Bills are frauds. I think they're a good team, but they lack a little bit of composure. So, and I know who has composure. My guy Joe Burrow.
Oh, that was a good answer, Smitty. That was a good answer. Go ahead, Merhan.
I'm going Bengals here too. I feel like Josh Allen has not been playing well as of late. I'm putting Burrow over Allen. I think in my quarterback rankings.
I would, in terms of what he does for the team. Obviously, Josh Allen is a very talented thrower of the football. Yeah. But I get what you mean.
But yeah, gonna go Bengals here. I'm gonna take the over. I'm hoping for like a Big 12 type defense, just no defense.
I don't know about that, but
back and forth. Just let me see the ball fly. Let me see touchdowns. Let me see someone steal the presents out of the Salvation Army bin, like Devontae. Shout out Philly.
You're confusing these two AFC teams with the Chiefs. I think that's what you're.
No.
The equation
gonna
that
be-
you're looking for normally revolves around Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs being in the game and getting down early in the game and then being able to score a lot coming back. But
maybe I'm doing a little more hoping than thinking realistically, but this has everything in the making for a very good game.
this could definitely go.
High-scoring game.
This could definitely go over. I'm just messing.
Like, let me see Rams. Who was it? Rams Chiefs from a couple years ago when Goff led them to that like 54 some point win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Offensive game is definitely more exciting. And put the cleanup hitter in the hole here. Go ahead, Richie. What do you got?
Yeah, I'm gonna be the opposite side here. I think the Bills here. I'm thinking the Bills. Okay, this is that Buffalo Bills game versus Chiefs last year was the best game I've ever seen in my life, and the better quarterback here is Josh Allen. This team overall is better than Cincinnati. Cincinnati, I think, actually lacks on defense in this game. Give me the Bills. Josh Allen is a tank, so just watch out.
What do you think about Stephon Diggs? What's the stat line?
He'll show up. He'll show up.
He'll show up.
He shrugged his shoulders.
You said he'll show up. He'll be there.
Alrighty. Let's get into our best bets here. I'll lead us off because I'm picking the toilet bowl. I shouldn't say that. I'm picking Jaguars at Titans. The Jaguars are a really good team. Shout out Doug Peterson. But the Jags are minus 4.5 point favorites in Houston. Minus 198 in the money line. Over under is 43.5. I got the Jags covered -4. I know what a lot of people are saying, that their heads are getting too big. That the injuries are piling up a little bit here, but no, the Jags are a good team and they're going to take this division. So, I don't know what the exact logistics are of them beating the Titans in terms of the division race, but if it comes down to that last week with the way the Titans injuries are built up, the Jags are primed to take that division. I'm not saying they have high playoff aspirations, but Jags play good football. Titans have been playing good football though here lately, so but they tend to just blow it at the end. That's mine. We'll roll right along here. Anybody have any rebuttal? Anything to add to that? No, I know nobody wants to pick the
Jags -4 is a good pick. I like that.
Nobody likes to pick the toilet bowl. That's my kind of specialty. We'll roll on. Who's up next? Richie. Dolphins at Patriots. Going back to the well, baby.
Going back. Yeah, Tua. I've been saying Tua sucked all year. Now he's done for the season. The guy's stinky. He showed in the last game that he threw 3 picks in the last quarter. Guy just makes mistakes, okay? So, gonna move on from that. Going here in New England versus Miami. New England's at home. I like the home team here, -2.5. New England wins this game. They have a shot. They have a good shot, to make it in. So I think this is pretty much a must-win game for them, And I think New England's defense has been playing good most of the year. They had some games, here and there, but this defense is still good. And Bill Belichick at home, give me him.
That's fair. That's very fair. Smitty, anything to add to that?
Well, I'm not really going to pick on the game. I don't know. I could take the Patriots too without Tua, but he said 3 picks in the fourth quarter there. Was that Tua or was that the concussion that he got?
That was Tua, buddy. Don't blame it on concussions. He'll be playing.
No, I think he's a fraud too, but I was just saying how to bring that one in there.
Don't listen. Like I said, I got some friends that tune on, so just don't be surprised, you two, when your stuff's not working someday. But anyway. Ian, anything to add to that before I go crazy here?
Yeah, I think it's the Pats. I never really cared for Tua. He gets bailed out by the speedsters he has outside.
Watch what you say.
You can put me back there, and I'll sling it to Jalen Waddle and start doing the penguin.
And Hill, baby. Yeah.
All right.
Tyreek Hill.
All right.
One of the best receivers.
Just know what you're getting yourself into, Ian. I have a lot of friends on Twitter. I have a lot of friends on Twitter that are aware of the show. They are tune on supporters. So, just like I said, you wake up one day, your Xbox ain't working, Richie's laptop's not working, Smitty's phone's not working. You just know who got you, man. I think Tua Tagovailoa is a very
shitty quarterback.
I didn't say that. A very nice athlete.
I want to say that.
He excels at throwing the football.
Man stinking.
The guy's wide open.
No way. You're not being serious. You're
Listen,
reading this
I'll
off
give
of
you
the
my
script.
pick on the game
Doug.
because this is the easiest pick in the world, and I can't believe Richie didn't take it for his best bet. But he did go back to the well and just pick against Miami, so that doesn't surprise me. Under 41.5. Miami, they were cold when it was 55 degrees. If they're going up to Foxborough,
Yeah, it's a good under pick too.
we know the Patriots aren't scoring points.
Yeah.
So
If Tua's helping the quarterback on the sideline, I like the Patriots even more. Maybe even -6 there if he's helping out the.
alrighty.
The headset
That's
on.
Richie's best bet. New England -2.5. Who do we got? Oh crap! I just realized we skipped a game earlier. We'll
49ers Raiders. Did we skip?
No,
that's Smitty's best bet. That's gonna be our next one here. We skipped Broncos Chiefs.
Jeez, we don't need it.
Yeah, I was gonna say we don't need to do that. Let's ride, baby. Let's ride. Anyway, the Broncos stink, and everybody knows if you watch the show, you know how I feel about them. Yeah, let's hop into Smitty's game here. 49ers at Raiders. Raiders they're starting Jared Stidham. They are 9.5-point dogs at home, +360 on the money line. Over under is 41.5. What do you like here, Ryan?
I mean, I'm going 49ers, the -9.5. I mean, come on, it's not. It took Derek Carr and Devontae Adams forever to get some chemistry going. Now they're throwing a new guy in there, backup. They're not gonna have any chemistry. That's basically their only weapon is Devontae Adams.
Josh Jake. Josh
I was gonna say Josh
I don't
Jacobs.
know if he's been performing like that though lately, as of late.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the guy has been carrying 10 other dudes for 5 weeks or 15 weeks now. So maybe we could cut him a few weeks slack.
That's all my point. Like they don't have anything really going for them. So I got the 49ers blowing them out. You know that defensive line are a bunch of dogs. So give me the 49ers.
I personally have nothing on this game. I simply just can't bet a 9.5-point professional football game. But you have anything on this, Richie? You look like you're itching down there.
Yeah, I actually like
Okay.
the over 41.5. I'm looking at it here. I think San Fran's gonna put up like at least 30 something in this game, and then you got LV scoring.
And you got Stidham scoring points.
Yeah, 17 probably. So I like the over in that game. It's in about 48.
Fair enough. Ian, anything to add?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's going to be close. Stidham is going to be scared for his life in the pocket. I think the Niners might have 5 sacks in the first half.
First quarter.
First quarter, yeah. First series, yeah. But Niners defense is scary. Leave it at that. I'm going with the Niners.
All right. That's what we got so far. All right. So being it is your first show, Mr. Merhan, we will let you wrap up the best bets. What do we got here? We have Jets at Seahawks. The Seahawks are 1.5-point dogs at home, +1 away on the money line. The over/under is 41.5. Mike White is the starter for the Jets. Take that into consideration. What is the best bet, Ian?
I'm gonna go with the Jets -1.5. Mike White's back. His guys have been missing him. Also on the injury report, Tyler Lockett and Kenneth Walker did not practice today. So I feel like, you take away those two. I don't know. Gino can throw it to DK all he wants, but I don't know if Sauce is going to have any of that rookie of the year, defensive rookie of the year. I think that's a lock, and I don't think it's close.
You got me grinning over here like the butcher's cat.
That's what I'm going with.
I love the Jets. The Jets, if I wasn't an Eagles fan, the Jets would easily be my favorite team. I love this team. These two over there, they loved to doubt me earlier in the season on the Jets. But there was a time this season, up until like week 8, I'd bet the Jets every week, and I think I was like 6-2. Like I had my finger. If I ever had my finger on the pulse of one team that wasn't Philadelphia, it was the Jets. I just knew how that team was rocking. But I love the Jets. I'm not going to bet them here. I'm going to take the Seahawks money line. That's just me. But I respect the hell out of you for taking the Jets. Anything for you two?
Yeah, I like Seattle here too. I mean, I bet them actually. I got a bad line. I bet them when they were -1.5. Like I think it was Monday or something like that. I bet them when they were -1.5. I just think
I still
Geno
have them
Smith-
1.5.
I think Geno Smith is gonna get back on track in this game, and they're gonna, because they've been in a little slump. But I think this is the game they get back on track. Mike White, he's been hurt, he's back. So I don't know with that team. Good defense, but it's gonna be a close game.
Fair, very fair assessment. Anything to add, Ryan?
Yeah, I'm taking the Jets. I think they're better than the Seahawks. So
Have I converted you through this year? Are you now a Jets believer?
No, I just don't think the Seahawks are going to get it done. They fell kind of hard after they were riding hot, and then once Tom Brady beat them up over in Germany, they kind of been falling. So
I firmly believe. I was thinking about this. I firmly believe if you take the quarterback position out of consideration, I think the Jets have the second best roster in the AFC East.
I like the Jets too. I think they're a good team.
I see what I've been doing
behind the
here.
Dolphins.
Better than Dolphins, yeah.
no.
Oh, I said
I
behind
think the Jets. I
Dolphins.
think the Jets defense is way
They're
better.
deeper at receiver.
The Jets.
I can't do that. Team got Tyreek Hill and Waddle on it.
Yeah, but on the flip side, they have Sauce freaking Gardner's playing out of his mind.
He's not covering Tyreek Hill regardless. So
That defense is crazy. People have not given that defense their flowers. They have kept them in so many freaking games. Every Zach Wilson game, basically. Every Zach Wilson game.
My man Big Q at least 3 sacks.
That's how you know that
I
team
love
hates
Big Q.
Zach Wilson, because that team just shows up when whoever else is out there playing.
Yeah, the Jets had that. They had 5.5 their over wins and losses for the season. I was gonna bet it, but I never got to.
I mean, freaking, you got Garrett Wilson, you got the little Barrios guy running around.
Corey
And,
Davis.
Then you have like Elijah Moore. That guy goes crazy as soon as Zach Wilson steps off the field. It is. They got
Corey Davis. The ball.
Conklin's having a good year at tight end. Corey Davis. Their other tight end, CJ Uzma, he's having a good year since he's been back from his knee injury.
Would it be?
They got a lot of talent, dude. That's
Would it
just
be a
on the
hot
offense.
take?
Brees Hall's out. Come on.
Yeah, I was gonna say, would it be a hot take if Brees Hall doesn't go out, they win the AFC East?
No, they don't win it, but they might be in the playoffs.
You think? Or
Yeah.
no, I'm
Well,
forgetting
they can't win it with their quarterback
forgetting about-
ineptitude. But
Yeah, I'm forgetting about Buffalo. Never mind.
so that's our best bets. We'll do a quick recap. Obviously, Merhan has the Jets mind to cover. We'll just go with that to cover. Who knows? You might get 1 point by Sunday. What else we got? So we have the Jets to cover. We have New England to cover. What do you have, Smitty?
49ers to
The
cover.
49ers to cover. And what did I take? The Jaguars to cover. So that's where we're at with our best bets. I think that's like kind of a can't lose parlay. I think we put them all together. I think that's kind of a can't lose parlay. That might be big numbers.
That's what we cook up.
Yeah. So we'll wrap it up here really quickly. We're going to introduce a little new thing, the money bag segment. Go ahead, pull them out. One, just give away money. Here you go. You want some? Go ahead, take it. Let's go here. Merhan, this is a segment almost solely based around you. I mean,
Okay.
I know Richie will have some stuff to throw out there. I'm really not going to talk at all for this. I'll let you guys go. What you got good for us this week, Ian?
Lions -6.
That's a money bag pick?
Yeah, I'm going outside, getting in my car, taking it to someone selling it, putting that money on the Lions -6. I just don't see them not scoring more than 30 points, and the Bears can't do that.
What about touchdown scores? We got anybody?
CeeDee Lamb tonight.
CeeDee Lamb. Well, I mean, the people won't get that, but yeah, you go ahead, Nostradamus. You could or Nostradamus, whatever you say. Go ahead, you could call it out there. So, I mean, there are some scores I like. I know Richie's Richie's a sniper when it comes to this stuff. Like Richie's looking for the best odds for something, whether it be
Breaking
like
it
first
down.
score, first half spread, something like that. So in the money bag, we
I
have
got burned on
Lions
first half
minus
spread at
6.
the time.
Give me a Christian McCaffrey touchdown. I don't know what it is, but just give it to me because it's every week. I feel like at this point, just I don't care passing, rushing, receive. It doesn't matter. He's scoring some kind of touchdown. That's my
Okay,
money bag pick.
Let me go back and let me change my money bag pick quick. If we're gonna do touchdown scores, let me.
You can
throw
do
my
anything. You
touchdown
can do anything. You can give out any pick in the money bag.
What I mean, it's kind of hard because you just went Niners, but they're playing the Raiders, and I think everybody's going to be in the end zone on Sunday. I'm going to go with Kittle to score 2 again
Ooh,
for the
Kittle will
third
score
week in a
2.
row, I believe.
What about Richie? What's Richie cooking up over there
Saquon 8-time touchdown scorer.
against Indy? DeForest
Yeah.
Buckner, Quiddy Pay,
Yep.
Yannick Ngakwe. That's tough, buddy. That's
Don't worry.
tough, Smitty. I know you probably have something Eagles cooking off top of your head. I bet it's AJ Brown.
No,
Big
no.
Brown.
Give me Jalen Hurts anytime touchdown scorer because I believe with one more he beats the record that Cam Newton had. Right?
I think that's true.
Most
that's
rushing
true.
touchdowns in
But
the
do
I
they
season.
think
let
that's
him
true.
run?
Sprinkle me a Dallas Goedert touchdown in there.
Hey,
Sprinkle it on in. Come on, we gotta add a Chiefs score. The Chiefs score a ton of points every week. Who's scoring for the Chiefs?
Kelsey.
Kelsey? I mean,
Has to be.
That's guaranteed though.
that is guaranteed. I'm gonna go back to the one more back on my bullshit pick. This is a money bag back on my bullshit pick. Pat Fryermuth against the Ravens.
Ooh, I like it.
Pacheco, baby, Pacheco.
Josh
Pacheco.
What about Bills? Bills, Bengals.
Allen
Josh Allen anytime scorer. That's tough.
Diggs.
proving his dominance. He's going to say this.
Diggs to 3.
What about Justin Fields if he suits up? He getting in that end zone?
Hell no.
I don't know.
Nah.
He's getting bullied this week.
How about there was another game that stuck out to me? How about the
Big
Vikings Packers game? Who's getting in the end zone there? I heard you say Jay Jettis for 130 earlier, Ian.
He'll be in there.
Give me 130 and 2 tutties
130 and 2 tutties. So let me see
Yeah,
what his over under is right now, quick.
on less than 9 receptions. Like I don't see anyone stopping.
AJ
him.
Dillon scoring, baby.
AJ Dillon, Packers.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I mean, we got a lot of good ones in there. I hope one of them hits. That'd be crazy if they all didn't. I mean, we got McCaffrey, Kittle, Dallas Goedert. You threw Saquon Barkley out there, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think there are a lot of good picks in there, a lot of good value in there. I wish we had some for future reference on the money bag pick. How we're gonna make these work. Next time we'll come prepared lines for scorers or something, and we could do more. But this is gonna be our segment to kind of expand. So I'm a big first half spread kind of guy at some games. I think there's some teams that just go hard as shit right out of the gate and kind of take their pedal off. So it is what it is. Any final thoughts here on this weekend of football we have coming up?
Go Giants.
Big one for a lot of teams.
Giants are first round exit in the playoffs.
Whoa.
Are they getting in?
Oh,
They're
they're
getting
getting
in.
in.
They're gonna win this week. They're
Let's
getting
put
in.
the if there.
All
So
right.
Richie, if you guys win, are you in, or how does that work for you?
I think we'll be in 9.
I'm pretty sure with this win they're in.
Yeah, pretty sure.
We'll have to stat check that, but
Pretty sure they're gonna be in.
if you had Giants to make the playoffs in the beginning of the season, you probably made some money. I know Richie didn't have it, so.
No, it did not.
All righty. This has been another segment of our NFL football picks for the week. So we'll see you next week. Richie might not want to admit it, but the Zelensky episode was fucking fun.
His internet was better.
Yeah. No, it was fun. He cut out and he came back. That was the best part. All right. 3, 2, 1. All right. Welcome back.